Hello and good morning. This is the World News on your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I am Annie Abdul Salam. In the headlines, Governor Nyesom Wike pledges 20 million naira support for fallen soldiers and police officers over IPOB attack in Rivers State. Rivers State government approves employment of 5,000 youths into state civil service. International rights group Amnesty International publishes detailed report about Lekki shooting by armed security agencies. And on the foreign scene, unidentified armed group kill 8 members of same family in Democratic Republic of Congo. And now the details. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike says the sum of 20 million naira will be given to the families of security agencies who lost their lives in the attack by members of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB in the state. Governor Wike also said the Rivers State government will take up the reconstruction of all the police facilities that were attacked by the hoodlums. The governor made the pledge when he paid a solidarity visit to the Rivers State Police Command at Moscow Road in Port Harcourt. He stated that his administration is concerned about the welfare of police and other security agencies who have sustained the peace in Rivers State.
But I want to assure you, as far as IPOB is concerned, we'll work with you to make sure they no longer exist anywhere in this state. Do not think that you're alone. No, you're not alone. But for you, how can we sleep very well? As a government, we have decided all those who died, money cannot buy anybody. Money cannot bring you back, no matter how. If you not bring the whole trillions of dollars, those who have died have died. We support the families of the soldiers, of the police that died. Because the government will give our family 20 million naira. We will immediately rebuild all the police stations that are burnt. Immediately.
Commissioner of Police CP Joseph Mokan, in his response, commended Governor Wike for his gesture, assuring that the command under his watch will not allow IPOB to exist in Rivers State.
Today you've demonstrated that you are still there for us. We've taken an oath of allegiance to protect lives and properties of this country, and we suddenly find ourselves in Rivers State, and we still carry that oath of allegiance that we've sworn to protect the people of Rivers State. We will continue to do that. We encourage the families of those who have lost their loved ones. Like you rightly mentioned, money cannot bring back lives. But the spirit behind what the state and what you have demonstrated now will give the family another new lease of life. IPOB, we are all aware, has been banned by the federal government since 2017. You emphasize that IPOB has no place in Rivers State.
Meanwhile, the Rivers State Executive Council has approved the employment of 5,000 youths into the state civil service. SEC gave the approval during weekly meeting presided over by Governor Nyesom Wike at Government House, Port Harcourt. Briefing newsmen after the meeting, the State Commissioner for Employment, Generation and Empowerment, Sylvanus Nwankwo, said the youths must not be more than 35 years. Nwankwo said there are existing vacancies in the civil service needing engineers, lawyers, medical doctors, technicians, and other fields of profession that these youths will fill.
The Rivers State Executive Council met today, the 28th day of October 2020, and chaired by the Executive Governor of Rivers State. The Council agreed that 5,000 youths be employed in the Rivers State Civil Service in the existing vacancies that exist in the civil service. These youths will not be more than 35 years of age. This will include lawyers, technicians, teachers, medical doctors, and other fields of endeavor.
Also addressing newsmen, the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Paulinus Interim, said SEC also approved a minor cabinet reshuffle that has moved the Commissioner for Chieftaincy and Community Affairs to take charge of the Ministry of Works, just as he announced the reopening of public bars in the state.
The State Executive Council also approved a minor cabinet reshuffle under the new arrangement. The Commissioner for Chieftaincy and Community Affairs moves to Minister of Works. The Commissioner for Works moves to Minister of Urban Development. Commissioner for Urban Development is now the new Commissioner for Transport, while the Commissioner for Transport now occupies the Chieftaincy and Community Affairs portfolio. Civil servants on grade level 1 to 10 who have been at home since the COVID-19 are to resume work on Monday, November 2nd. Similarly, bars that have been closed down since the COVID-19 are to open, while nightclubs will remain closed.
In the meantime, Commissioner for Information and Communications in River State, Paulinus Interim, said the State Executive Council decided that the Rebisi Garrison flyover will be commissioned on the 7th of November 2020. Interim said the flyover will be commissioned by the Minister of Works, Babatunde Fashola, senior advocate of Nigeria.
The Rebisi flyover will be commissioned on the 7th of November 2020 by the Honorable Minister for Works, His Excellency Babatunde Fashola. All is designed to ensure that governance is given a new meaning, to ensure that the dividends of democracy are felt by all the citizens of the state. We use this opportunity to assure those living and doing business that in River State, His Excellency is determined to give them good governance.
The people of Orashi region in River State have continued to lament the effects of flood in the region. The people raised the concern when a team from Social Action visited the area to assess the level of impact of the flood. Eze Akupa, the second of Umu Okoroshi village of Okuzi in Egbema, King Dennis Warman of Okenyoso, and King Otovie Smith Silvanus of Imbiama community, who spoke during the visit, lamented the neglect by various levels of government in the challenge, which he said has led to the loss of lives.
I think it has affected the community. I can record about 5% are dead in Imbiama community here. I think contributed by all the mosquito and the stress, which almost all of them leave the apartment and living on the roads as if they are animals. They flood. We haven't received even paracetamol or even a time of a cup of rice for the people to sustain on this period. We haven't received any angle, both the federal government, both the state government and the local government.
In Okuzi clan here, all our plant and all our farm is in that area, in the plantation. That makes all our people always planting there. Cassava, yams, potato, a lot of. After farming, when this season of flood comes, everywhere will be flooded. All our crops will damage cassava. So this is affecting us mostly.
Impacted on us negatively. For one, we can't even have a place where we can sit down together as a community to discuss what affects us and how we can provide solutions to them.
On his part, the program officer of Social Action, Prince Ezegbo, explained the reason for the visit to the Orashi region.
Find out the effects of this flood on the economic, social, and cultural well-being of the people. We also get to find out the level of response, because there's a local government, there's a state government, there's a federal government. There are councillors, the House of Assembly members, the House of Rep members, and the senators. All of these people have responsibilities to the citizens and the community. In 2012, when the issue of flood started, and from that time to now, it has become irregular along the coastal lines of the Niger Delta and all of that.
A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has granted an ex parte order to effect a service on the Inspector General of Police, the Police Service Commission, and the Nigerian Police on a matter involving the late Ferry Beregbe, who was allegedly murdered during the last governorship elections in the state. Respondents in the fresh suit include the Inspector General of Police, Muhammadu Adamu, River State Commissioner of Police, Joseph Mukan, former River State Federal Anti-Robbery Squad Commander Akin Fakorede, the Police Service Commission, and the Nigerian Police. Our correspondent reports that the wife of late Beregbe, Ronke Beregbe, approached the court after the same court presided over by Justice Adolfo Zenebeli struck out her application on the same matter on technical ground. Counsel to the claimant, Lezina Amegwa, in an interview with our correspondent, Uchendu Ejiowo, explained why his client returned to court over the murder of her late husband.
Reopened the case with respect to the murder of Dr. Ferry Beregbe. The claimant's deceased wife was in court, and the court in its wisdom has granted us the leave to serve outside jurisdiction the first, fourth, and fifth defendants in the matter, and we would do in accordance with the court's order. And we are in court, as you can see. The matter has been reopened for the wisdom of the court to direct us on what to do. So the Inspector General of Police, the Police Service Commission, and the Nigerian Police as a whole. The wisdom of the courts as at when the matter was before the Honorable Judge, in his wisdom, he directed that the matter be struck out for technicalities, and upon his order, directed that we can go ahead to reopen our case.
You're listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay with us.
Day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back, and you're still listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. It's 11 minutes after 7. President Muhammadu Buhari has appealed to Nigerians to desist from actions and comments that could jeopardize the unity and progress of the nation. The president made the appeal in Abuja during the launch of the 2021 Armed Forces Remembrance Day Emblem and Appeal Fund. President Buhari said this year's occasion should remind Nigerians of the need to guard jealously the unity of the nation, which was won at a great cost.
The need to guard jealously the unity of the nation, which was won at great cost. It also serves as a reminder for our citizens to desist from divisive actions and comments that could jeopardize the unity and progress of the nation. The Nigeria's strength lies in her diversity. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear nation has witnessed numerous security challenges since independence. These security threats have undermined Nigeria in the areas of trade, investment and economy, education, health, as well as agriculture, and frequently denied Nigerians the freedom of movement.
The president also paid tribute to men and women currently engaged in internal security operations, particularly the ongoing fight against insurgency, terrorism and armed banditry in some parts of the country, praising them for remaining steadfast in the difficult task of restoring peace and security despite the coronavirus pandemic. On security operations in the northwest and north central zones in the country, President Buhari expressed delight at the return of normalcy in some of the areas that previously witnessed security challenges.
I am, however, pleased to state that a lot has been achieved in the internal security operations in the northwest and north central zones, where, in addition to Operation Lafia Dole, Hadarin Daji, Harbin Kunama, Well Stroke, other operations such as Accord, Sahel, Sanity, and Katsina were successfully launched. This has led to the return of normalcy in some of the affected areas. However, all hands must be on deck to check attacks on soft targets. On our part, we will continue to forge useful alliances with neighbors and friends in the international community for the total defeat of the security threats affecting the sub-region.
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the sum of 2.9 billion naira for the award of contract for the printing of examination materials, both sensitive and non-sensitive. The Minister of Education, Adamu, who briefed newsmen alongside the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, said the contract was awarded to a group of 8 printers at the Federal Executive Council meeting. They explained that the materials are for the Basic Education Certificate Examination, the Senior Secondary Certificate Examination, and the National Common Entrance. Minister of Federal Capital Territory Mohammed Bello added that the council also approved the sum of 1.6 billion naira for the rehabilitation and upgrade of some selected roads in the satellite towns of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. The Ekiti State government says the judicial panel of inquiry set up to investigate allegations of human rights violations and other forms of police brutality will commence sitting next month. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Wale Fapunda, who briefed newsmen in Ado Ekiti, the state capital, however, noted that the panel has held some sessions behind closed doors, but it will commence public sessions on November 2nd. Fapunda assured the residents that the panel will be fair to all. This follows weeks after a series of protests broke out across the country demanding an end to police brutality and extrajudicial killings. Meanwhile, Amnesty International has released a timeline of the Lekki shootings, which it said follow an underground investigation into the incident. In the timeline published on its website, the rights watchdog said it uncovered how soldiers from the Nigerian Army's Bonny camp opened fire on protesters. While the army initially denied having a hand in the incident, it said on Tuesday that it got involved because the Lagos state government invited it to restore order. The new timeline of the incident chronicled from how the protests was peaceful through the firing of gunshots and up to the statement from Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Lagos governor, that the army was responsible for the shooting. Amnesty International said its investigation has confirmed that the Nigerian army and the police killed peaceful protesters in Lagos. He said the timeline collates video and photograph footage to confirm that army vehicles left the Bonny camp, a military base approximately a 7-minute drive from the Lekki toll gate at 6:29 local time on the 28th of October. According to it, the vehicles are tracked to the toll gate, and at 6:45 p.m., the Nigerian military opened fire on the protesters. A country director in Nigeria, Osai Ojigo, accused the government of attempting to cover up the shooting at the toll gate. She said what happened at Lekki toll gate has all the traits of the Nigerian authorities' pattern of a cover-up whenever their defense and security forces commit unlawful killings. It further claimed that many people are still missing since the day of the incident and that credible evidence shows that the military prevented ambulances from reaching the severely injured in the aftermath. Nigeria's former finance minister, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has emerged the Director General of the World Trade Organization. Okonjo-Iweala pulled 104 votes from 104 member countries to defeat South Korea's Minister of Trade, Minister Yo Myung-hee. The official announcement is expected to be made by WTO in November. Okonjo-Iweala is the first African and first female Director General of the international body in its 25-year history. And now to the foreign scene. 8 people, including 6 members of the same family, have been killed in an attack by an unidentified armed group in the Democratic Republic of Congo's troubled east. The attack happened in Katoro Rutshuru territory in North Kivu province of the troubled country. A local administrative chief, Johnson Natawa, said the assailants used machetes and guns. AFP reports that the eastern provinces of the DRC, a vast country the size of continental Western Europe, are in the grip of armed groups, many of them claiming to defend ethnic communities. According to UN figures, over 1,000 people were killed in the first half of 2020, more than triple the toll of 416 over the same period last year. And in entertainment, the co-founder and CEO of Iroko TV, Johnson Njoku, and his wife Mary have tested positive to the coronavirus. Johnson took to his Twitter account to notify the public. He stated that he had no idea how he contracted the COVID-19 virus, adding that although he's feeling unwell, his wife is better. Other notable Nigerian entertainers who have so far contracted the virus include Omotala, Jalade Ekende, Peter Okoye, Azadas, and Davido's fiancée, Chioma Rowland. In sports, President of the Confederation of African Football, Ahmad, has submitted his candidacy to serve a second term in office when elections take place next March. The 60-year-old who took charge in 2017 has been formally entered into the race by Madagascar's federation as per CAF rules, which require any candidate to be nominated by his own association. Ahmad is deciding to stand again despite being the subject of an ongoing FIFA ethics inquiry, which has the potential to derail his bid and throw the match selections wide open. Last week, all but 8 federations on the continent gave their backing to the Malagasy to run again. At present, Ahmad is the sole candidate to have submitted a candidacy during the registration period, which ends on the 12th of November, since FIFA Council member Tariq Bouchamau, who had wanted to run, has effectively been blocked from running by the Tunisian FA. A bid could come from Nigeria FA boss Amaju Pinnick, who refused to rule himself out of the race when speaking to the BBC last month. And now to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Governor Nyesom Wike has pledged the sum of 20 million naira support for fallen soldiers and police officers over the IPOB attack in Rivers State. Rivers State government has approved the employment of 5,000 youths into the state civil service. We also told you that the international rights group Amnesty International has published a detailed report about the Lekki shooting by armed security agencies. And on the foreign scene, you heard that an unidentified armed group has killed 8 members of the same family in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And that was the news as edited by Victor Ziama. For comments and inquiries, please call 08153418657 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. Do not forget, you must take responsibility. Wash your hands frequently with soap under running water. Avoid touching your face in high contact surfaces to prevent coronavirus. To have a good morning, I am Annie Abdul Salam.
News, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Emeka, biko, bia.
What is it?
How come, Chukwudi, that guy, Chukwudi, how come he's making more sales than us? And we are in the same line of business, eh?
Relax. Cool down.
Are you sure he's not using something? Eh? Ask him so that whatever he uses, we can use it.
I'll do something. I'll meet him.
Ask him now, wow.
I'll meet him. He's my brother. Calm down. Biko. What is that thing you are doing? I'm your brother. What is that thing you're doing? Look at your shop now. It's always busy.
Look, my friend, it is very simple. I don't tell you this thing before, but you know the year.
I am willing to go anywhere, any length. Just what is it you are doing? What is the secret?
It is very simple. See, just take your business, okay? Take your business, go to Today FM for adverts, and you go experience change.
Chukudi, stop this joke now.
I tell you, because now, as we talk so, their rates don't drop.
Chukudi, are you being serious?
I did tell you.
Where this man go, Seth? You got Chukudi. Want buy something? You got Chukudi.
Who they collect money? Chief can face you come now.
I come. Emeka, I need to go now. But don't forget though, Today 95.1 FM. Carry your business, go give them, and you go see change.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best.
Chukudi, Dalo, thank you very much.
Biko, family.
Thank you.
You can never plan the future but the past. He who has a right to live can bear almost any out. Lost time is never found again. It is the province of knowledge to speak, and it is the privilege of wisdom to listen. I don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. In the end. It is not the years in your life that counts. It is the life in your years. Make it count with us. Make it count with us at Today 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.
Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This is Today 95.1 FM.
Officer, take. Officer, give me number. No time. Ma, they match am, they go.
What? You driving the officer of the law? You under arrest. Let me see your papers. You can go. They're in order. Drive safe, okay?
I don't understand though. No be the same country again. Officer reject bribe. They arrest me yesterday. That yesterday, I go do my papers. See as I pass now. I pass without fear. You too, make you do wetin dey right. For we country to better, it dey for we hand. If you like, do like say you no hear am. To give or to take bribe na offense.
Una don't hear am, abi? You hear am too, abi? you hear am. You hear am well. They themselves, they hear am. They hear am. Now the voice of the people. Now him bring this message give una. Today 95.1 FM. Now we be the voice of the people.
I'm T-Ranger calling from Imo State.
My name is White calling from Bayelsa.
Hell yes, this is Black calling from Akwa Ibom.
My name is John calling from Bayelsa.
Tamaka calling from Abia.
This is Toya calling from Bayelsa. I'm Divine calling from Port Harcourt.
With over 8 million listeners glued to this dial, why not take advantage
Showcase your product
and services to the world with rates that wouldn't break your back?
Visit us at number 1 Today FM Drive off East West Road, Rumekini, Port Harcourt.
Give us a call today on
0803 35 57 986 or 0810 128 2937.
We are your number 1 talk radio station. Today 95.1 FM, voice of the people.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the name is the one who made the public know about
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your premium talk radio station. Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
This president's failed.
It's about the future of this country.
We're going to take it back. We're going to take it back.
You asked us to vote you into that position so you can bring about that
solution.
So when you vote me, then you sleep.
Let me see if I can take another phone call. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
What makes a policeman to be able to feed is the gun he's holding. They use their gun to extort money from people.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
No longer news that we are truly the voice of the people.
Am I not a slave in Nigeria?
I refuse if you are. If
You're a
say
slave.
you're
You're a slave. Let's not get to that now. So the Nigerian Prop is philosophical.
You spot the difference now?
.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
What a devastating strike!
Football is a leisure game.
Sports is actually my job.
Football is boring.
That's not true. It's way more important than that.
What a wonderful goal! Fantastic strike!
As far as I'm concerned, sports is all about passion.
Sports Attack, weekdays 7:30 a.m. and today's Sports Live 3 p.m. weekends 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
For all you need to know in the world of sports, leave the dial on Today 95.1 FM.
For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Sports Attack on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. My name is Adekuri Odwanya, Nigerian first ever world silver medalist in wrestling.
Beautiful morning to you all. Welcome to Sports Attack on your premium news, talk and sports radio station. Today 95.1 FM right here in Port Harcourt. My name is Wisdom Obinan. I'll be your Superman in sports this morning. Fasten your seatbelts for another all exciting and informative cruise through the ever-exciting world of sports. All right, we start off with the NBBF, that's the Nigerian Basketball Federation, where they have affirmed that qualification for the 2021 FIBA Afro-Basket men's tournament is non-negotiable. NBBF President Musa Kida laid out the federation's goals on Tuesday as preparations heat up for the next window of the 2021 FIBA Afro-Basket qualifiers to be hosted in Rwanda and Egypt. Kida said the federation has started earnest preparations to ensure that the D-Tigers, who have already booked a place at next year's Tokyo Olympics, qualify for a 28 Afro-Basket tournament. We are not unaware of the huge task before us to ensure another seamless qualification for Afro-Basket. We know that millions of Nigerians are expecting us to qualify without drama. That is exactly what we are working towards. Okay, we'll move on to tennis. Former Nigerian Table Tennis Federation President Waheed Enitan Oshodi believes Aruna Quadri possesses the skill set to win world and Olympics titles, as well as become firmly established as a top 10 player on the ITTF Tour. Mr. Oshodi has been a staunch anchor in Quadri's career since first encountering the now 32-year-old at the 2006 National Sports Festival in Abeokuta. Mr. Oshodi says Quadri, who stunned the world when he beat German legend and former #1 ranked Timo Boll to become the first and only African to reach the quarterfinals of the men's singles at an Olympics at the 2016 Games in Rio, is a vastly improved player who should be firmly ensconced in the top 10. Quoting him, he said, "I believe Quadri is a top 10 player. He's one of the few players in the world who has the class to win a world or Olympic title." Mr. Oshodi, who is also the chairman of ITTF nomination committee, told the NTTF media channel. And to tennis proper, where world #1 Novak Djokovic beat Borna Koric to reach the Vienna Open quarterfinals and all but secure the year-end top ranking. Australian Open champion Djokovic beat Croatia's Koric 7-6, 6-3 to reach the last 8 in Bulgaria. Djokovic could only be passed by Rafael Nadal, who would need to take a wild card into next month's Sofia event to try and overhaul him. However, if he wins the title in Vienna on Sunday, it cannot be overtaken. Djokovic will play either Lorenzo Sonego of Italy or Poland's Herbert Hukers next. And to Formula One. Italian government has banned spectators from attending this weekend's Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix at the historic Imola track. Imola had hoped to allow 13,000 spectators into the track on Saturday and Sunday, but the rise of coronavirus cases across Italy has forced a U-turn. The government has banned crowds at events among a raft of other measures to slow the spread of the virus. F1 said it understands and respects the decision taken by the authorities. Still with Formula One, Saudi Arabia is set to make its debut on the Formula One calendar next year. A race on a street circuit in Jeddah is the penultimate event on a draft calendar that has been shown to teams. Jeddah will hold the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix while a new purpose-built track at Qiddiya is completed, which is scheduled to be in 2023. It is one of 22 races on a provisional 2021 schedule as F1 plans to return to a calendar as close to normal as possible after this year's disruption. In the same vein, Pierre Gasly will remain with AlphaTauri for the 2021 Formula One season. Gasly, in his first full season back with the team after being dropped by Red Bull, has been one of the star drivers of 2020 with a number of standout performances, notably winning an incredible Italian Grand Prix in September. But with Red Bull not interested in re-promoting the in-form Frenchman, sister team AlphaTauri have confirmed his new contract for another year. "I am extremely happy to continue with Scuderia AlphaTauri for another season," said Gasly, who's 24 years of age. "This year is going very well and we are on track to have our most successful season in the team's history." Well, that's all we have on other sports. Let's move over to football.
For the best and most incisive sporting reports, tune in to Sports Attack on Today 95.1 FM every week morning at 7:30 a.m. My name is Daniel Igale, President of the Nigeria Wrestling Federation. I also listen to the show.
All right, we start off with the Nigerian Women Football League, where chairperson of the Nigerian Women Football League, Aisha Falode, has reiterated her resolve to ensure clubs completely adhere with all COVID-19 protocols, club and players licensing, medicals and insurance, ahead of the start of the 2020-2021 NWFL Premiership, which has been set tentatively for Wednesday, 9th December 2020. Now, the NWFL released the fixtures for the new season through a computer-generated system on Wednesday after confirming the new date for the resumption of the Women's League. Falode said the 9th December kickoff date for the women's top flight will be subject to NFF ratification.
It is sent to the NFF for ratification. It is December 9 that we're starting the NWFL Premiership 2020-2021 season. It is a straight league of 30 weeks. Commences on December 9, 2020. Thank you very much.
The 2020-2021 NWFL Premiership is scheduled to run for 30 weeks and will feature a mid-season 2-week break after week 15. A look at some of those fixtures that would have on December 9th. Nasarawa Amazons will be up against FC Robo Queens. Adamawa Queens will be up against Rivers Angels. Confluence Queens will take on Ibom Angels. Dream Stars will be up against Delta Queens. Bayelsa Queens will be up against the Pelican Stars. Edo Queens will take on Royal Queens. Abia Angels will be up against Oshun Babes. And Sunshine Queens will take on Heartland Queens. And to the NFF, where President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, says the federation has received FIFA's $1 million COVID-19 relief fund. FIFA had in June disclosed that it would spend $1.2 billion as COVID-19 relief funds to member associations, in which all associations will be given a universal solidarity grant of $1 million with an additional $500,000 grant specifically for women's football. Pinnick, in a series of tweets on Wednesday, confirmed that the Federation had received the money, adding that plans were already in place for the disbursement to the various beneficiaries from next week. Let me read that tweet. Huge appreciation to football's world governing body for the $1 million the Federation has received in the frame of COVID-19 palliatives. The money was received by the NFF and we reconfirmed the purpose from FIFA 2 days ago, Pinnick tweeted. South African Giants Kaizer Chiefs has confirmed that goalkeeper Daniel Akpeyi has received a call-up for Super Eagles 2022 Africa Cup of Nations double-header against Sierra Leone in November. The Eagles are billed to face the Leon Stars in a Group L fixture at the newly refurbished Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin on November 13th before playing the return leg 4 days later in Freetown. Amakosi confirmed Akpeyi's invitation on their website. The Chiefs will be well represented on the international front next month during the international week, as 6 Amakosi players have received call-ups to join up with their national team for 2022 AFCON games in the first week of November. Itumela Nkune, Reef Frosler, Lebogang Mayama, Daniel Akpeyi, Antonia Kumu-Agei, and Kama Billiat received national team call-ups for their national teams. And to CAF, Ahmad Hamad announced Wednesday that he will seek a second term as president of the Confederation of African Football, despite having faced questions over financial irregularities, all of which he has denied. The CAF Online knew a lot of improvements for 4 years. I am proud of my team's achievement, the 60-year-old tweeted. I extend my thanks and gratitude for your support and assistance in football in Africa and beyond. After reflection and consultation process, I decided to stand for re-election. And yes, the Malagasy Football Federation have actually submitted his name. All right, Hakim Ziyech scored on his first start for Chelsea as Frank Lampard's side powered to a 4-0 victory away to Champions League debutants Krasnodar in Russia on Wednesday. Jorginho missed a penalty for Chelsea, but Callum Hudson-Odoi put the Blues in front before halftime after a mistake by Krasnodar goalkeeper Matevej Safonov. Timo Werner smashed in a spot kick on 76 minutes to double Chelsea's lead, with Moroccan international Ziyech and Christian Pulisic adding late goals. Chelsea move up to 4 points at the top of Group E after 2 matches. Frank Lampard had this to say about Ziyech and Odoi.
Hakim Ziyech is fit today, which was the first time he's really been fit to start a game. He's worked really hard to be fit. And I was very keen to get his quality into the team, and I think we saw that for the whole period he was on the pitch. He brought a lot of quality and calmness, and gets a well-deserved goal. And with Callum on the left wing, I felt Callum deserved a chance to play. He's trained very well recently. We have competition in those areas, and we're also in the middle of a very easy patch of games, so we need input from all the attacking players, and we felt that today with Callum getting his goal, Hakeem, Christian coming on for a goal. So I was very pleased with those parts of our game.
Lampard also defended Jorginho, missing a penalty.
I think Jorginho has had an incredibly successful rate of scoring penalties in his career, particularly at Chelsea. My feeling is when you take that many penalties as he does, there can be periods where you miss one, and sometimes there can be periods where you miss one or two. I experienced that as a player. But I've got no problem at all with his style of taking them because of the success he's had. And Timo Werner, I know he's very capable to take penalties, as we saw. We have other players that can. So I'll talk with the players afterwards to see how we move forward, but we have good takers at the club.
Elsewhere, Odion Igalo was an unused substitute once again as England striker Marcus Rashford scored a hat-trick off the bench as Manchester United mauled RB Leipzig at Old Trafford to go top of Group H. Leipzig were unbeaten coming into the fixture and topped the German Bundesliga, but Julian Nagelsmann's side were handed a 5-0 hiding as United exploded in the second half to back up their win against Paris Saint-Germain. Rashford came on just after the hour mark and scored an 18-minute hat-trick, first running clear to calmly slot in, then smashing a terrific second before drilling home a third in stoppage time. Teenage striker Mason Greenwood set the ball rolling in the first half with his first goal in the competition, swinging the offside trap to score a precise finish from Paul Pogba's through ball. Martial was then tripped in the box with 3 minutes to go, and he dusted himself to convert the penalty for his goal of the season, first goal of the season rather. United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was full of praise for Marcus Rashford.
No, it's not the time to think about how many goals you're going to end up with. As long as you concentrate and focus on the next job at hand, training tomorrow. Of course, you only played 30 minutes, so there's one step at a time. And if you get too far ahead of yourself, that's just going to lose. You're going to lose focus. I think Marcus has showed that he can keep focusing on what's important, both on and off the pitch at the moment. So he did really well today, of course, coming off the bench.
Top-notch performance from Marcus Rashford, both on and off the field. Respect to that young man. But Ole revealed he had to rest some players ahead of this game.
Of course, it was a case of using the squad. We had to rest a few players, and I think the ones who came in did brilliant. We had to work hard for this because they really made us work hard off the ball, on the ball as well, because they counter the pressure, the intensity of their play was incredible. And after 2-0, of course, they open up and they go for the goals, and the spaces open up for our fresh legs, because we have fresh legs out there. And of course, it's very good to know for the players that we have a strong squad to pick from.
All right, a quick look at the results now. In total, Krasnodar, well, they crashed badly against Chelsea, 4-0. Sevilla beat Rennes 1-0, completing that group. And in Group F, we had Borussia Dortmund beat Zenit St. Petersburg. And no need guessing, Erling Braut Haaland was on the score sheet, assisted right there by 17-year-old Englishman Jude Bellingham. Club Brugge played at a 1-0 draw with Lazio, and Dennis Bonaventure was fully part of that one. In Group G, we had Ferencváros playing at a 2-2 draw with Dynamo Kiev, and Juventus soundly beating in Turin by Barcelona. And questions are beginning to come up as concerning Andrea Pirlo's astuteness as a coach. Istanbul Basaksehir, they lost to PSG 2-0. Moise Kean on the score sheet. Manchester United, as I told you earlier, beat RB Leipzig 5-0. And from there, we move over to the UEFA Europa League. Tottenham head coach Jose Mourinho says Gareth Bale is arriving at his best form and hopes the forward will fly when he plays against Royal Antwerp in tonight's Europa League game. Mourinho said Bale would play from the start in the Group J match and was full of praises for the Welsh international who is on loan from Real Madrid for his professionalism and work rate off the field since returning to Spurs.
We all have not just the feeling, but also the data that Bale is arriving. He's working very hard. He's being quite a great example for everybody. A big guy like him traveled to Burnley, stayed on the bench for 90 minutes, didn't play 1 minute. His behavior as a team guy is incredible. His behavior as a Tottenham man is remarkable, and he's coming. I can see just with my eyes, but then the scientific data is also coming, and he's working very, very well. He's improving a lot, and I think tomorrow we can see already Gareth at a good level, and hopefully he can fly because he's working very, very hard. So he's playing.
It will be just the second start this season, the first coming in the 3-0 home win over Lask on Europa League's opening day. Mourinho commented on his opponents, Antwerp.
I watch a team, I have a good feeling immediately about the coach level, and even without knowing personally the coach Leko, I can say immediately that he has to be a good coach for the way the team plays and for the way the team is organized. Physical team, aggressive team, powerful in set pieces. I would say probably our most difficult opponent in this group phase. So being this the second match where we both have 3 points is probably a very important match.
Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta, whose side will take on Dundalk, was all praiseful of his opponent.
What I've seen is a really determined coach that has found a really good cohesion around the team. You can see in every reaction while they are playing how united they are. Really well organized. They fight really hard, and yeah, they will be coming here with an incredible passion, being the underdogs, and that will give them a lot of energy, and I will expect them tomorrow to be full gas trying to beat us here.
When asked of his thoughts comparing the Premier League to other European leagues, Arteta wasn't reserved but spotted results as a major factor.
I think in the last 8 or 10 months, the improvement of the teams in quality, in organization, and the way they are competing, it's been the biggest I've seen in recent years. And that's why you can see the difficulties of every team to win with big margins. And I think, in my opinion, it's not a coincidence. And you can see that in every Premier League game. So I think the league is in a great place at the moment.
Let's run through the fixtures to expect. CFR Cluj will be up against Young Boys. That's in Group A. Roma will be up against CSK Sofia, completing that group. In Group B will be Arsenal against Dundalk. Molde will take on Rapid Vienna. And in Group C, Nice will be up against Hapoel Beersheva. Slavia Praga will take on Bayer Leverkusen. Benfica in Group D will be up against Standard Liège. Rangers with Joe Aribo and Leon Balogun will be up against Lech Poznan. In Group E, we have Granada come up against PAOK Thessaloniki. Omonia Nicosia will take on PSV Eindhoven. AZ Alkmaar will be up against Rijeka. Real Sociedad will take on SSC Napoli. And in Group G, we have IK Athens come up against Leicester City. Expect to see Kelechi Iheanacho in that one. That's if it's fit. Zorya will be up against SC Braga. And in Group H, AC Milan will take on Sparta Praga. Lille will be up against Celtic. And in Group I, Karabag FK will take on Villarreal. Samir Chukwueze should show up. Sivasspor will be up against Maccabi Tel Aviv. And in Group J, we have Lask come up against Ludogorets Razgrad. Royal Antwerp will take on Tottenham. In Group K, CSK Moscow, Chidera Ijuke and the other lads will be up against Dinamo Zagreb. Feyenoord will take on Wolfsberger. Vena Zvezda will be up against Slovan Liberec. And Ghent will be up against Hoffenheim. In Tottenham still, Tanguy Ndombele says he was neither hot nor motivated by Jose Mourinho's public criticism of him after he was hauled off in Tottenham's 1-0 draw at Burnley last season. When asked about Mourinho's comments after last season's game at Burnley, Ndombele told Sky Sports News, his words didn't hurt me. They didn't necessarily motivate me either. It was just something that I assimilated and took on board. Everton defender Mason Holgate says visible role models were key in his journey to becoming a Premier League footballer, and he's now determined to set that example for future generations. I was quite lucky. There were lots of black footballers, people like Rio Ferdinand, Thierry Henry, that were coming out and speaking publicly about racial inequality, raising awareness. When you see that, it inspires you to think you can do it as well. Finally, Manchester United have modified Old Trafford to accommodate 23,500 socially distanced spectators and say they are bemused by the ongoing ban on fans at stadium. Last month, Prime Minister Boris Johnson said the new restrictions were likely to remain in place for the next 6 months. Meanwhile, United left back Alex Telles has tested positive for COVID-19. Well, this is where we call it a wrap on today's edition of Sports Attack. Thank you so much for your time. The show was put together by Reliable Reliance. The sports crew will be back at 3 p.m. for another edition of today's Sports Life. Until then, stay safe. My name is Wisdom Obina, and we are Today 95.1 FM.
1FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
All right, it's still your premium news talk and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM, and I have Kemi Abraham with me here in the building. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
You're looking very handsome this morning.
Really? More handsome than the last time?
Well, you've always been handsome, but I mean, today's dressing is a little bit telling us that maybe Rivers Connect is paying more than normal, and I should be part of it. But let's hear what you have for us today.
All right. Good morning to you, Shifobina. Good morning to all the listeners at home. My name is Kemi Abraham from the Rivers Connect project, and it's been very, very, very interesting. It's been very, very rewarding, and Rivers Connect is a project that is targeted to helping you, who is listening to me right now, access to make free calls. Yes, you have a mobile phone in your hands, and you've been spending a lot of money. In fact, without airtime in your phone, you cannot connect to family and friends, right? Rivers Connect is a project that has come on board to give you that support and remove that burden of you having to recharge your phones to make voice calls. So with Rivers Connect, you have opportunity to make absolutely free and unlimited calls. The second leg of the project is that there are opportunities that has also been created for you that is listening to me right now to be a part of this project and also generate some extra income for yourself. So that's what Rivers Connect is all about. And we are having a program tomorrow being Friday. For those of you who can't join us tomorrow, you can join us on Saturday. Saturday is the last day. The time is 10 to 12 for the morning session. And for those of you who can't join us in the morning session, you can join us in the afternoon session. The afternoon session is by 2 to 4. And in that program, we are going to be exposing to you how you can have access to free unlimited calls. And the beautiful part is whatever we're talking about here, it's 100% practical. So right there in the training hall, we are going to be practically giving you access to make free calls. So from right inside that training hall, you will start making free calls. It is that real and it is that practical. Like I said earlier on, in the program, we are also going to be showing you how you can generate extra income on this project. Kindly take note that we have two telecom companies here in Nigeria on this project. Nine Mobile is one of them. And I kindly take note that this program is completely free of charge. You're not paying a dime to be a part of this program. You're not paying a dime to be a part of this training. We are not collecting any money from you as a gate pass. However, for practical purposes, we expect that you come with 2,000 naira worth of Nine Mobile airtime. Kindly take notice for your consumption. We are not collecting it from you. You're still going to have it into your phone, and you're going to see everything work practically and live. To be a part of this program, all you need to do is bring out your phones right now and SMS the word free, free as in F-R-E-E, free, in a text message and send it to our phone number. Our number is 080 97001661. The phone numbers again are 080 97001661. Not to miss out, bring out your phone right now and SMS the word free to 080 97001661. Kindly take note, our office address is at number 99 Rumola Road by Ebony Junction.
All right, like I always have to, I always like adding this one. I know you've explained it before, but for those joining us for the first time, because when we hear some of these things, free calls, some nice money too to go with it. I mean, it's a win-win situation. But we get to hear you must come with a smartphone, or you must be certified, or you must be this. Outside, maybe there's no gate fee, or you must be literate in something. But what do you actually need to be part of this one? Do I need to have a smartphone? Do I need to be a graduate or even a PhD holder to be part of it?
Beautiful. You do not need any form of certification. Kindly take note, you do not need a smartphone to be a part of this, regardless of the kind of phone you're already using. Even if you are using a touchlight phone, I strongly believe that phone can make voice calls, right? Yes, so as long as you have a device that you can use to make voice calls, basic voice calls, that is all you would need. You don't need to be computer literate, because I don't think you need a computer to make a call. So you don't basically, all you need is yourself. You have a mobile phone and you're making calls. That's the very, very first thing we want to achieve with you. You have a mobile phone and you spend a lot of money making phone calls, right? We want to take off that burden. The solution we are bringing for you is to put you in a place where you can make the same phone calls that you are charged for. We want to put you in a place where you can make those same phone calls without being charged. Kindly take note that it is legal. It's not like we are giving you a sheet or we are programming your phone for something abnormal or illegal. No, it is very, very legal. That's the very, very first thing that we want to achieve with you. And no matter who you are, I strongly believe that this project is going to add value to your life, because everyone is looking for opportunities to spend less. So if we are coming up with a solution that is going to remove some naira from your monthly budget, I believe it's something everybody will want to
And recharge
embrace.
card eats a lot of that budget, really.
Yeah, it will shock you to know that Nigerians spend a lot of money on airtime.
A whole lot.
Yes, in Nigeria today, we are number 7 in the world for the most users of mobile phones. Wow. Nigerians spend over 14 billion every day on recharge cards.
Wow.
14 billion every day on recharge cards. So you can imagine a lot of money exchange hands in this telecom industry. And the telecom industry is actually taking a shift. A lot of changes coming in. I know many of you listening to me now will be wondering, hey, what's this guy talking about, making free calls? My brother, this is one of the changes that are coming up with the telecom industry. In fact, it will shock you that very, very soon you will even be able to make calls with your mobile phone without having a SIM card in it. Yes, it's a technology that has been tested. In fact, it's already working on some networks, and some other networks are trying to come up with it. A lot of changes are coming in, and this is the best opportunity for you to be a part of the telecom industry today, and and walk into the change. And it's a great opportunity for all of us, and that's why we are here in the studio again, inviting everybody. In fact, very, very soon you will not need to be going to buy mobile phones and paying money in bulk to buy a phone, right? When you have a mobile phone where you don't even have to have a SIM card, there are many billing systems that can be incorporated into your mobile phone. So, my dear, a lot of changes are coming up, and this is the best time for you to be part of it. If you missed it 15 years ago, this is the second best time for you to be a part of this telecom industry and generate extra income. Remember, this program is coming up tomorrow and Saturday. 10 to 12 is the morning session. 2 to 4 is the afternoon session. And like I said, if you want to be a part of this program, kindly bring out your phones right now and SMS the word free, as in FREE, free, in a text message, and send it to 08097001661. The phone number again is 08097001661. Let me bring this down here as well. For all of you, if you're listening to me right now and probably you're running a mobile bank, or you have intentions of being a part of the mobile banking business, I would advise you take my phone number, right, and give me a call by next week. because one of our partners is launching their own bank, and it's a great opportunity for all of you who are already operating in that space
industry
to take advantage of this and generate. It's better than anything you've ever seen before. Believe me, it's something you've never seen before. I was in a meeting on this for the past 2 days, and believe me, it's wow. So we want to invite everybody, come and take advantage of all these opportunities. It's a great opportunity. We all know what's going on in the economy today. It's a great opportunity for us to generate extra income for ourselves. Like I said, it's coming up for the last time tomorrow and Saturday, 10 to 12, 2 to 4. Our office address is at number 99 Rumola Road here in Port Harcourt. If you want to be a part of this program, kindly bring out your phones right now and SMS the word free, 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 in a text message and send it to our phone number 080 97001661. The phone numbers again are 080 97001661. For the very, very last time, 080 97001661.
All right, thank you so much, Kemi Abraham. As I said, a win-win situation, extra cash, you get to make free calls.
You have nothing to lose.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing
and
to
as you said, buy into the opportunity now that it's even coming up early. Maybe in the future, if things like that come in, you're already ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Kemi, for coming through.
Thank you so much.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, it's live now. Wow.
Why you dey cry now?
This corona don't make them come on my husband for work. Nah, no job. No money to even open business. Rents don't expire. Now school don't even open. To chop na even wahala. What I go do?
My sister, make I tell you about one ogbonge company wey don waka come Port Harcourt. They go help you settle all your basic needs quick. Their name na Next Gen Synergy. Them don't come to help people to pay rent, start new business, pay school fees, even plan wedding.
Ah, thank God oh.
Wetin you need? Wetin be that your project? We go help you reduce the cost of your project by 25% in 3 months, 50% in 6 months, 75% in 1 year.
How much it do am?
For more information, green their telephone for 0703 354 3174, 0703 354 3174, or 0901 064 2536. Waka enter their office for number 3 Agudama Street, D-Line, Port Harcourt. Now Next Gen Media and Infotech power am.
Good morning, Madam Tessie. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. How do you do?
I see you are on your way out, going for antenatal care.
No, I have prayer meetings today. It's every other day of the week.
Oh, nice. But when is your antenatal clinic day?
Antenatal what? I'm a daughter of Zion. I don't need hospital visits. Besides, I have faith that I will deliver like the Hebrew women, either at home or at the prayer house.
I admire your faith, though. But do you know that every year, about 1 million pregnant women die before or during labor from preventable causes? You should enroll for antenatal care at a government hospital where doctors and nurses can attend to you until your baby is ready to come. And when labor starts, ensure you have your baby at the hospital also.
Abigail, me, I cannot afford this medical care you're talking about.
Not to worry! Government health care facilities render affordable and quality services. You can trust the nurses and doctors to take care of you during and after pregnancy.
Very well then. I'm off to the hospital right away. I'll be back to join the closing prayers.
Not without your face masks and hand sanitizer. Remember, COVID-19 is still out there.
This message is from Saving 1 Million Lives Program for Results, Rivers State Ministry of Health.
Around